1, 2, 1, 2. It's working. Hi, my name's SireCutieYuki. That's how I stop my intros. So I thought, hey, I'll do it like that. I'm 20 years old. I do YouTube, mostly Minecraft roleplay. I do a lot of stories. I did an Undertale roleplay, if anyone knows that indie game. And I'm doing my own high school roleplay called Akuma Academy. I started YouTube last year in July. And it grew so quickly I can barely keep up. So I'm always looking up to people how do you do this? How do you do that? But I'd say I'm still a beginner at doing YouTube and stuff like that. But I've always loved storytelling and Minecraft. Combine the two, you have a Minecraft roleplay. So yeah, in my videos, I'm a storyteller. I like telling people teaching people things about themselves, learning. I like to talk about bullying and how to cope with it or how to get out of it, all that kind of thing. I like to help people try and make a change in their lives. I like to teach them things. There's a lot of things to do with accepting themselves. And so you may have got bright hair, act a bit dopey and happy all the time, because I've just when children are young, they find it really hard to come out their shell sometimes. So that's why I've just burst it out, so to speak. So that's what my YouTube is all about, trying to help kids come out, be it's okay to be energetic, it's okay to be happy, all this kind of stuff. So that's me.
I should have gone first, because my story seems really weird now. I'm Snake Doctor, I'm not 20, and you may have seen me on videos, series with Squid and Ash and Stampy over the years. I've been doing it for about 3 years now, and my channel grew very quickly in a very short space of time, and it took me by surprise as well, especially at my age. I wasn't expecting to get to it anywhere near where I have. And I do mainly Minecraft roleplays now, but my channel's evolved into Roblox videos as well, which is quite a popular game, and it's along the same lines as Minecraft. And yeah, I don't tell stories as well as Yuki does, but we try to do that in our series. We try to put together a good story that people can watch each week or each episode, and that's kind of what I do, which is very similar to a lot of Minecrafters. We try to tell stories and make them interesting for people to watch. So that's what we do.
As you said you were known from what was it, Stampy and Ballistic Squid, yeah. And it's me, I became known from someone else as well. I was in the Yonder High School roleplay, if anyone knows what that is, and I played as this crazy villainous character, and that just started off my persona as this very energetic crazy girl, but in a good way.
Okay, so has anybody got any questions for our Minecraft stars today? Is there any questions out there, or will I start it off? You got one at the front. Hold the microphone up to your mouth.
Will you keep continuing your Undertale Minecraft roleplay even after April?
Will I be bringing it back?
Yeah.
It should be coming back. The only reason it's hit pause button right now is because I have voice actors for certain main character roles, and there's lots of characters in the game, so that's another Minecraft thing. People combine Minecraft with another game, and sadly, since I have voice actors, sometimes they're not available, so I've just hit the pause button, but it will be coming back, because I've got because the main story, it starts off as one character, and it's literally me with that character, so I'm changing up the story so it's not on the original course.
Are you going to be doing it, do you still do videos with Stampy and Squid?
Not anymore, no. I think over time things change. They've got their own way they're doing things now, and it's something that I'm recording more with Solidarity and Dr. Creeper and just different people to try and make the channel more evolved and hopefully make things a bit different. I want to try and, rather than have the same content all the time, I think having something fresh on the channel helps. It may not be as popular as it once was, but I just want to do something that keeps me interested, and I think that's how I think you've got to keep yourself happy when you're doing these videos, and I think if you're happy, then the people watching will see that, and they'll understand that as well.
So what do you think it was that actually made it take off the way that it did for yourselves? What advice would you give anybody that is putting content online to try and, obviously they've got to be passionate about it, it doesn't happen overnight, but what kind of hints and tips can you give people?
For me, obviously there's like a professional side of it, and for me it's like constantly being happy and making everyone else happy. So when you're starting a channel, you just want to be the happiest person you can be. You want to try and make, like, the whole point is to entertain you guys while we're having fun as well. So that's like the main thing you need to have in your head is, I want to have fun, I want them to feel like they're having fun. I think that's a great start off point. Pick a game that you absolutely love and you have passion for, and they will love it as well. They will feel that from you, the energy and excitement.
I think Yuki's covered it. I think you've got to show that you're enjoying what you're doing, and I think if you don't, people see that and they switch off very quickly. So I think you've got to just be energetic, happy, and that is the most important thing you can do. Have fun, enjoy it, and if you're enjoying what you're doing, then everyone else will follow it and they'll enjoy it as well.
So how long did it take you guys to get to where you are? Has it been an overnight success, or a few years or months, or?
For me, I'm still growing quite fast now. So when I got on For the Gamer's website, at the time I was put up, I was at 66k, and it's been 3 weeks since then, I think, and now I'm at 78k. So I'm still growing quite happily. I'm trying to keep that on the road, trying to keep that kind of standstill. But there can be times where you'll stop still for a while, and then suddenly it's a new series you do or a new video will do really well, and you're like, oh, people like this content, I'll do more of that, I'll have fun with it, you know? So that's the whole point for growing. It's all like, you've got to watch what they like. Like Snake said, I'm doing a lot of Roblox now because you notice people are really liking that, and you like it as well. So that's what I think about it.
Yeah, it took me about 2 years to get anywhere, and then in about 6 months I went from 2,000 subscribers to over 100,000. So it kind of went really, really quickly, and it took me totally by surprise. I wasn't ready for it at all, and that came from being in a couple of big series on other people's channels. And then, like you said, then you've got to then keep those people that have come to your channel happy and try and find out what they want, because they've come to me from somewhere else, and that's hard to judge. When you've built your audience with your own content, that's fairly easy because you can keep that going. But when it's when it's someone that's come to your channel from somewhere else, you've got to try and judge what they're going to like, and that's the hardest part. And it's a constant juggle to try and find what's good and not being afraid to cut stuff that isn't doing well. Like a TV series, if it's not doing well, they don't make any more of it. So you have to do the same thing with YouTube.
Out of all the games you could choose, what made you choose Minecraft?
For me, it was just something I was playing. I like the creativity of it. I've always liked Lego, even when I was young, younger. And for me, Minecraft is a digital version of Lego. You let your creativity do what you want. Obviously, you've got the survival mode of it, but for the most part, creative is what I was doing, just to see what I could build, and in my spare time, just a bit of fun with it. And then I was watching YouTubers do it, so that I thought, do you know what, I could actually make something of this, because the storytelling part of it became very easy. You can't really do Minecraft videos without having something different, and for me, the storytelling part of it was interesting. Create something that you could evolve each week or each episode and make it something better. And that's why I enjoy it.
Yeah, why it was Minecraft for me? Someone literally gave me an account who was like, yo, play this game. And at first, I was like, yeah, it's a creative building game, having fun with friends. But then I realized there's so much more you can do with that game. There's actually a crazy amount of stuff you can do with that game. You don't have to just think, I'm going to build something. There's mini games, there's creative, there's factions, there's prison, there's mods, there's Pixelmon, which is a Pokemon version. There's so much in this one game. So that's why go straight in Minecraft. There's so much you can do. And I'm still entertained to this day. You know, I've been playing it for about 3 to 4 years, and I'm still absolutely entertained by it. So that's why I picked Minecraft.
What other games do you like then? What other things do you enjoy? So do you have anything that you play offline that you don't tell anyone that you play, or do you have anything that you can see coming on soon that you would like people to know about?
My channel is going to stay mainly Minecraft. That's why my audience are. It's very hard to transition from one game to another. It's a brave step. Lots of people have done it, and it does work for some people. I think for me, my audience is Minecraft, and I will do games in that kind of genre. But I do play a lot of other games. I've got a PlayStation 4, and I play. I love the Uncharted series of games like Tomb Raider kind of things. I like Tomb Raider as well. So I like the adventure type games, but I was not something I'd ever record. And I love at the moment playing Pokemon Go, which I shouldn't really admit to, but I do actually quite enjoy it. And it's nice to be able to go out and have a wander around and see what you can do while you're out and about, and it gets you out. Especially for us doing YouTube, you spend a lot of time in front of a screen, and I also do graphic design and other bits and bobs, so I'm permanently behind a screen, so it's nice to be able to get out and still look at a screen, but a smaller version. So yeah, I play under sort of a lot of Uncharted and adventure games in my spare time.
So you play a lot of PS4, you said?
No, I just really play Uncharted. That's the games that I like. Just that.
Just the one. For me, it's like lots. Like obviously, I stick to Minecraft, but I actually play so many games. It's like I have to like make it like a schedule. Like have this time for Minecraft, have this time for everything else. So I play things like League, Undertale, Team Fortress 2, all these mostly Steam games, to be honest. So if anyone has Steam, or if you don't, definitely check it out. There's loads of games on there you can install and buy.
Is there any more questions in the audience? Anybody got a question?
Will you ever play Kerbal Space Program?
Oh no, Kerbal Space Program. It's I've seen it, yeah. I've watched. Who did I watch? I watched Duncan from the Yogscast play it. It's not my kind of game. Anything that's kind of a lot of like The Sims and things like that. Those kind of resource management games, which is what that's kind of like. I'm not very good at. I know Minecraft is kind of like that, but it's not so focused. Not very good at, and I get frustrated far too easily. And I don't think if I play it, I might play it on my own time. I do that with Sims a little bit, but I'm terrible at it. I've been really tempted to try and play Prison Architect, so I've watched people play that, and I know that if I did it, it would be dreadful on a video. So I just stay clear, play it in my spare time, and enjoy it for what it is, without the pressure of trying to make it entertaining enough for people to watch. So I think if you do that, you kind of sometimes miss the point of the game and don't enjoy it as much if you're having to record it.
Okay, any more questions? I saw another question somewhere.
What's your favourite part of being a YouTuber?
Coming to events like this, seeing even if you only meet one person per event that knows what you do or watches your content, it kind of means a lot to them that they've met you. And I think it's lovely to have that at my age, even at my age, where I still get people come up to me when I've been shopping and I suddenly get a child sort of tap me on the shoulder and say, Snake Doctor, and it's really lovely that in your non-screen time you still get people come up to you and recognise you and know who you are. That's lovely, and I think for that it's just there you'll be able to give something back to the people that spend the time watching their videos. There's lots of YouTubers out there, hundreds, thousands of YouTubers, and they've chosen to watch your video that you've spent a bit of time doing, and I think that's lovely. I've always found that great, and I think that will continue until I stop.
I absolutely agree with the part of meeting people at events and people who recognise your videos. It is the most heartwarming feeling when someone mentions a video, like, I love this, I love this. I like try not to cry every time. I'm like, you're real, there's actually people watching me kind of thing. Because in my head, it's like, when you're looking at your statistics and how many views you have on videos, how many subs you're getting, you kind of, when you meet them in real life, you're like, oh, wait, they are real. They are actual people sitting on their computer watching your videos. And it's kind of hard to grasp that for me still. And so whenever I do meet someone that knows of my content or has watched my content, it is the best feeling. That is definitely the best part for me.
I was about to say, when you think of your number of subscribers, you've got like the 70,000, 80,000 people. You think about a very large football stadium. You think about Hampden Park or Wembley, and you think that's got around about 80,000 people there. You think if you filled up your stadium with all your subscribers, there's going to be more, or still have room for more people. And you think that's actually quite scary that at one time you've got all those number of people who are all watching or could watch your videos or know about you, and that's quite amazing. That's quite a lovely feeling to have.
So how many hours would you say that you put into this per week for your channels? How much do you schedule specific time? And is there different slots that you do each day? Do you keep it quite uniformed, or?
No, I mean I probably spend an hour a day playing Minecraft. So in proportion, probably 20% of your day is actually playing, about 40% of it is editing, another 20% uploading, and then you spend a lot of time marketing, social media, and which you do for any job really. Social media is very important, and because it's a worldwide job, you do your English marketing first, and then through the night the Americans come online, the Australians are there, and it is almost could be, if you really devoted as much time as you could to it, it would be a 24-hour a day job. You have to have that point where you say, right, enough's enough till tomorrow. And obviously I do other jobs as well, so I do 2 other things kind of that are all kind of joined as one, but so you have to still have a life as well, you still got to have real life, so it's a delicate balancing act, and you've got to get it right, otherwise it can overtake you, and it's not a good thing if you do that, like any job.
Yeah, for me, I try and have a schedule. I try my best. So usually weekends are my main point. So like, I get a message from a friend, oh, do you want to meet up on the weekend? No, my weekend is my time to record. Like, as we said, we do role play, so we have an acting team. So I have like my actors, my builders, and obviously I want to speak to them as much as possible. They're not just there to be my actors, obviously I don't want to just treat them like some acquaintance. They are my friends as well. So I spend most of like Friday to Monday morning talking, and it's hectic and it's great, don't get me wrong, I love it, but it takes up a lot of time. So recording, I usually get that done Saturday and Sunday depending, and editing takes a few hours, and there's also, if you do Minecraft roleplay, you have to rehearse, so meaning you go through the episode without recording it, and you're like, guys, this happens, that happens, and that can take me 2 hours to do for one episode, and it's crazy, and I kind of like forget everything that I just rehearsed. So it's that, and through the weekday I'm editing, making thumbnails, marketing, all that kind of thing. So for me it's really a full-time job, and at the same time I've got to try and get outside. So you mentioned Pokemon Go, that has totally helped me actually walk around, so that's great, yeah.
Having such a high profile online, how do you deal with the keyboard warriors and the haters?
It happens, and you just ignore it. I mean, I'm old enough to it not to bother me at all. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but I don't take to it. I find it funny, but I do respond. And normally, if you get a hate comment, the best thing to do, oh, thank you very much for your kind words. Hope you enjoy hope you continue to enjoy my content. And you have to remember that a lot of them people are young children, and they're not thinking about what they're doing. They're not thinking it's got a consequence, that you've actually spent a lot of time doing that video, or they're insulting someone or whatever. They look at me and think, oh, you're too old, you shouldn't be doing this, and I get that all the time. I don't care. Everyone's up to have their own opinion. But like anything in life, it's not. It happens to everybody, not just to YouTubers. It happens to musicians and pop stars, actors and whoever. Just get on with it. You know what I mean? Just move on.
Yeah, I mostly completely ignore it as well, because my subscribers got my back, so if someone like comments anything like, oh, I don't like this, or oh, I don't like that, my subscribers are like, why though? Why? So I just leave them to it really. It just goes straight over my head, forgot about it already, everyone else is saying nice things. It doesn't bother me. If there's 90% or 95, however many people smiling, why is that person frowning? Just leave them to it. I'm sure everyone will talk to them.
One thing I do like as well is that if they've commented on your video, they've actually watched your video, they've actually given you some money, so who cares?
Do any of you have any of the play buttons?
I do. We have the silver play button. You get the first one you can get with YouTube is 100,000, which I've got to, and in a few months Yuki will be reaching. My network that I'm with actually give play buttons out, their own version of their play button as well, which when you get to different stages you get as well. You get 3 or 4 different ones. But yeah, so I'm lucky enough that I got that, and that was my aim when I started. It never was my aim to begin with, because I didn't think I'd do anything anywhere near. I got to like 50 subscribers, and I thought it was crazy that even 50 people found my content and wanted to watch it, enough to subscribe. And then once I started growing, I thought, well, actually, I could reach 100,000. That was amazing. I won't get any further than that in terms of YouTube's buttons. I know that will never happen. But for me, 100,000 was an amazing achievement, and got that on my wall. And I'll always be able to look back at that in times in future and just look at that and say, actually, at that period in time, I actually did quite well at that. So that's quite a cool thing for me.
How How do you choose a network?
How do you choose a network?
Yeah, I mean, if people don't know, a lot of YouTubers have a network that they're part of, and it's kind of like a management company. So they take a small percentage of what you earn to give you services, to give you access to music that you can use in your videos, because obviously on YouTube you're not allowed to use music that people have recorded because it's got copyright. So you get access to libraries of music that you can use and various different things. So you pay a little bit of your earnings to that, to give that, and obviously if there's any issues with your channel, they will help you out. I chose a network that's a fairly new one. I was with Maker, who are part of Disney, and I had some issues with various things that I wasn't too happy with, so I decided to move, and I chose my network because they quite one-to-one support, and that's what I chose. But then having a network's not for everyone. I know Yuki hasn't.
I'm not even connected to a network. What I'm connected to is AdSense, meaning I get 100% of the pay. But if I get copyright striked or whatever could happen, it's down to me to try and fix that, which is really difficult if you don't have a network. So if you feel like networks can really help you out with many things, but you definitely want to be careful of them. So basically, someone could offer you a network, but make sure you read the terms and conditions, please. Because I almost got stuck with, I'm not going to name the network, but I almost got stuck with a network.
Name the network, go on.
I can't remember what it was called, honestly. But they were offering, like, I get 60% and they get 40%. And at the time I was just like, oh yeah, that's good, I get more than half. But I wasn't really thinking, was I? And I looked in the network, and in the terms and conditions, and basically if I stayed on them with another month, I would be permanently staying with them for another 2 years, and it would be 60-40. So even if I got like loads of views on my videos, oh, I could have earned enough to pay 6 months of rent, oh great, they would cut 40 off that and take it. And to be fair, I think I'm safe enough to hopefully not do anything wrong to get a strike or anything. So I went for AdSense, which is basically Google, and it's great. So basically you find out how much you're getting at the middle of the month, and you get it at the end, just in time for the rent and pay ends meet, you know.
I said no. My network I'm with as well. I've only got a 1 month rolling contract. So if anything does go horribly wrong, or it's not the end of the world. It's 1 month. I can get out, and there's no problem with that. So you move on, and you, like you said, you go on your own, or you find another network. Like anything, like any kind of agent. That's basically what it is. It's an agent. So that's what we do.
Okay, thanks. Any more questions?
What led you to choose your names?
Me first. Mine was from a TV program I used to watch called The Unit. It was like an army program, and the main character in there was his army call sign was Snake Doctor, and it kind of stuck with me. At the time I was doing a lot of stuff with Squid and Stampy on the Magic Animal Club server, and the idea for us was we all wanted to have some kind of animal persona, so I went with that one. Had a one snake onesie. People, yeah, that was kind of where it went from, and they sort of just wanted me to keep that kind of family-friendly, fun sort of character, so that's what I went with for mine. It was quite an easy one to choose for me.
For me, it was kind of by accident. So basically, one of my friends came up to me, this was like when I first played Minecraft, he was like, I've got this account, and I got it for you. It's called SirCutie, and I was like, I like that. That's a cutie. Oh, no, I'm a cutie. Like, right. So I got that account, and I realized, that's not under my email. That's not really my account. So I was like, hey, everyone calls me Yuki. Just stuck that on the end of it, and it just sounded right to me. So that's how I got my name.
Is there any more questions? Anybody get any last questions they want to ask?
It can be about YouTube, Minecraft, whatever you want. Don't mind.
Anyone?
Nope.
Yeah. We'll make this the last one question, okay?
What inspired you to do YouTube?
What inspired you to do what you do?
For me, it was watching other Minecraft YouTubers. At the time, there was obviously a lot of people doing it, but not that many people doing it that were well known. And one of the early people to start doing Minecraft regularly was the Yogscast. So I watched their videos when they started doing their first surviving the first night in Minecraft, and that evolved into Shadow of Israfel, which was a very long-running Very, very well done Minecraft series with lots of other players and stuff like that. It was the first proper multiplayer server series that I'd watched. That was crazy, and I still like watching old episodes of that now. And then I started watching Martin Littlewood, who then later became part of the Ozcast, and Captain Sparkles, an American YouTuber, is doing very, very well for himself as well. And I watched his early videos, and I just thought I could try and do that myself, try and get a network of friends that we could record together, and that kind of evolved into it becoming a full-time job for me.
What inspired me was, it was the same, really. Watching other people, kind of thinking, hey, they're having fun, I want to have fun, I want to be a part of that, you know? So watching people and thinking, hey, I want to do Minecraft, like, obviously from watching Minecraft, and I felt like since people were able to bring across a message, that's when my brain ticked. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to bring across messages to people. I want to teach the people things. So that's what inspired me to do it, is mostly to try and tell people stuff and accept themselves, all that kind of jazz. Yeah.
Fantastic, thanks guys. So can we have a wee round of applause for our Minecraft stars? Thank you very much. So we had Snake Doctor and SirCutieYuki, who are happy to take some pictures with you.